So welcome back to a very special episode of DecoyNoise, where I'm celebrating 1,000 subscribers and still doing Am I the Antagonist? And Am I the Antagonist for posting a picture of my vegan sister in leather boots? So like I said, today's a very special episode because we finally hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm still asking that you guys join the DecoyKoi by subscribing down below, but we are no longer counting off people for the DecoyKoi sub 1K sub club, which is very hard to say. I'm still giving out those DecoyKoi coins, which is also very hard to say. For someone that can't speak that well, I'm really making it as hard as possible for myself. But like I said before, thank you for supporting me while I'm going to 1K. Hopefully we'll hit 10K, hopefully we'll hit 100K, and you know, all these DecoyKoi coins, the sub 1K sub club, that'll be worth something at some point in time. But let's just read into this post because we're here for the drama, not for me patting myself on the back. So OP says, my sister has a large-ish Instagram following, like 10,000 followers, and her IG mostly talks about veganism, cruelty-free recipes, fashion, and stuff like that. I have a little fashion page. It's something I do for fun. We both live with our grandmother. She's 22. I'm 19. My grandmother collects clothes. We have been going through her collection for a couple hours a day and finding some really cool vintage stuff from the 50s and 80s. Everything is in pristine condition. My sister and I have both asked to have a lot of stuff. My sister is smaller than me, so she has an easier time fitting into all the cool bohemian stuff from the late 1960s. Grandma was in her mid-20s. A lot of the things in my size were 80s jumpsuits, not my thing. I found several pairs of very cool shoes, the most iconic of them being a pair of white patent leather go-go boots with beautiful beading down the side, some suede thigh-highs with a little fringe. I found them first. I knew I could make a killing online selling them, so I rushed them to ask my grandmother if I could have them. She initially said yes, but when my sister saw them, she begged to try them on. Of course they fit her. They didn't fit me. She begged my grandmother to let her have them, and she said that she would think about it. My sister asked me what I was going to do with them, and I told her that I was going to sell them. I could get anywhere between $800 to $1,000 for them. She shamed me for trying to sell grandma's stuff. She said that she would actually wear them and take care of them, so she deserved them. I disagreed. I also pointed out that she was vegan. Why would she want the leather shoes anyway? She said that used stuff and heirlooms don't count. She went off to talk to my grandmother by herself that night. My grandmother ended up giving her the shoes. My sister got all excited when was trying the shoes on with a bunch of different outfits. I asked her if I could take a picture of some of the outfits, and she let me. I posted them to my IG, tagged her in the pictures, and mentioned everything she was wearing, including the leather boots. My post happened to get a lot of engagement from her followers, and a lot of them were mad. She ended up losing like 300 followers, and it became a kind of a scandal. She got mad at me and accused me of trying to sabotage her for capturing the picture the way I did and being jealous that she got the shoes. She told me that I should take the picture down, and I did. She said that I could cost her to lose sponsors or money. I pointed out the money she cost me by sucking up for those shoes that I found first. She hasn't lost any more followers, and she's been doing damage control, but she's still angry at me. I think she's a hypocrite for wearing the shoes in the first place, and I asked her before taking the pictures, but I feel bad about how stressed out she's feeling and the crazy backlash she's receiving. So, am I the antagonist for posting them? So, there's a little bit of an update, but before we get to the update, I always want to give them the decoy court knee-jerk reaction for me. What am I thinking about this situation? Probably wrong, probably right, whatever it may be. But like I'm saying right now is, I guess I have a big pet peeve of people that make their identity about something that they're not willing to just... If she's pushing this on her Instagram, she's obviously saying, hey, look, I'm being vegan, I'm doing this. I expect you guys to do the same thing. Look at me, I'm the picturesque version of whatever I'm trying to push. And she's making money off of this whole vegan thing. And the situation is, like, I don't like it when people say everybody needs to live by this rule, but when I want to break the rule because it's convenient for me, I'm going to give myself the pass. I'm going to make these exceptions. I'm going to make up some random rule like, hey, if it's from the 50s or 80s, it's okay. I'm all about like cruelty free, but you know, if we got the cow back in the 50s, that's okay. And it's like, well, then what do we say? Like, if it's in the past, what is the point of time where we draw the line? This is just you making some arbitrary rule where you can enjoy these shoes because they're cool. And I'm not a vegan person. I'm not against eating meat or wearing leather stuff or whatever. Like, I obviously don't want to look at clothing at the store and be like, yo, where are the jackets where people had to suffer or something? Some living thing had to suffer. I want that thing. Like, I don't look for it, but I mean, I don't have anything against it necessarily because I just don't know enough about the situation. But the thing is, though, is so her Instagram is about, hey, veganism is king, no leather, anything, but you know what? I like these, so let me make up some rule where I can have them. And on the flip side, it's the whole situation where it just seems like OP was jealous that she can wear the outfits that she can't and wants to make money, but then since that the sister could wear them, she just kind of tried to get revenge on her. It probably wasn't about the whole situation on, like, I don't think the sister cares about the veganism. I don't think that the sister does anything. She was being, like, vengeful by doing this. She only posted that picture and captioned the way it did because she is an antagonist. Like, she's mean. She's a mean person. She's jealous that she can't make the $800,000. So I mean, yes, my knee-jerk conviction on this right here is the everyone sucks here. Like, no one's the right person. Like, if the sister was truly believed what she believed in, no exceptions, and her whole Instagram identity is based on being this thing, she wouldn't want the leather boots or whatever. I'm not saying that, you know, I want to shame her too, but I'm just saying, like, if it was that, if your Instagram is that, like, hinged on the idea that you're like this mega vegan, then what are you doing with those boots? Like, you know, where do you really sit with that whole situation? So sister's an antagonist for, like, you know, for bending the rules, in my opinion, but I'm, you know, and the OP's an antagonist because she just did that out of revenge. Like, I'm not getting $800. I'm trying to sell grandma's heirloom and you won't let me do it. You want to enjoy grandma's heirloom? How dare you say bye-bye to your sponsors or whatever. So OP knows what she's doing, that she was doing something wrong. She even kind of feels bad about it, but she wants the internet to kind of stroke her ego in the sense that, hey, they're not wrong. You know, you're not wrong. They're wrong or whatever. But let's go ahead and read the update to see what's going on with here. So, update. My sister is selling some of her own clothes to make room in her wardrobe for the things that she asked my grandmother for. I have seen some of my sister's clothes and shoes on Poshmark. A lot of people are trying to shame me for wanting to profit, but she's profiting too. Okay, so I guess everybody else's big, their problem with it was the idea that she was trying to sell grandmother's heirlooms or whatnot. The only thing I would say is, like, hey, if grandma wants, it's grandma's stuff. She can give it to whoever she wants to. If the sister thinks that she can wear it and she wants to enjoy it, I'm pretty sure grandma would much rather see her granddaughters, her, like, you know, her heirs, to be in the same clothes that she used to enjoy once upon a time. And would she rather see her, you know, pawn it off and have somebody else enjoy it? She never sees it again, and then, you know, she pays her rent with that money. Like, I think that's much less gratifying. But like I say, pause the video, give me your comments down below, because you can earn that very coveted Decoy Koi coin. For all my subscribers that make a comment down there, makes me laugh, makes me think, makes me angry, makes me whatever it may be, you earn the coin. What's the coin worth? Market value? I don't really know. Is there any value behind it? What is anything worth anyway? So let's get to the top comment right now. You're the antagonist. Publicly shaming her is pretty gross, but the real antagonists are the crazy vegans who can't handle clothing as vintage being made from leather. If they actually cared about the environmental costs, they wouldn't mind reused items. You clearly made the post because you wanted $800, not because she's vegan. Yes, and I agree with that. But the only thing is, though, is I guess this post right here is calling me out because I'm like the vegan saying, oh, you can't handle the clothes being vintage or whatever. It wasn't about that. It was just about the idea that she's, like, you know, touted herself as this, like, the supreme vegan, 10K subscribers or whatever. Like, as you notice on my channel, I really make no definitive statements on anything. I'm kind of wishy-washy about everything, and I'm just kind of out here having fun, trying to kill the time with you guys and spend time with the subscribers and, you know, sort of conversation. But if it was like, if I was this big person that was very stern on, like, you know what, recycling, I am the recycling king. Like, you never throw anything away, recycle everything. And that was what my channel was. Grew to 10,000 subscribers, and then, like, I found some, I don't know, it's such a hard comparison, but it was just like, you know what, I really like my Keurig coffee cups. I like to drink those in the morning. They make a lot of garbage and everything, but you know what? As long as I buy the expired ones from the supermarket, it doesn't matter. They're already going to be garbage anyway, so might as well do it. And I'm just going to, you know, make up this rule for me. I'm touting to all my subscribers and all my followers, don't do this thing. But you know what? When it's convenient for me, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So it's not the idea that it's like I'm trying to shame her for not being a true vegan, but it's just like she put herself in that. She kind of walked into it a little bit. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. If you can make me feel like an idiot, do so in the comment section and earn yourself that Decoy Koi coin. But let's read on. Oh yeah, and the whole idea is it was clearly because she wanted the $800, not because she's vegan. Yes, the OP doesn't care that the sister's not vegan or not. The OP just wants that $800. But let's read the reply. Before I remark on this, I want to say that ultimately it doesn't matter as long as you only force your view on yourself. Blah, 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 the environmental cost about being reused items, and this said is, aforementioned pre-statement made, this isn't entirely true. Demand for used or vintage product removes the supply of those. Reducing supply of a competing product to a new leather goods, all held equal, buying used leather will increase demand for new leather, because that's how economics works. But as I said, ultimately it doesn't matter. Veganism is mostly about eating. Some, possibly most, vegans will also follow through their non-food consumption, but it's not like they don't have to. If OP's sister is okay with using used or vintage leather and it works for her, then there's nothing wrong with it, and she shouldn't be attacked by others for it. Yeah, she shouldn't be attacked by others for it, but I mean, that's the life that she chose, the vegan life or what. And this one brings up a really good point in the sense that I thought veganism, correct me if I'm wrong, was about not harming animals for food, but like the leather and the cheese and the milk and stuff, like that's just also like, hey, don't utilize, you know, like the animals for sustenance. I don't know what the word is, but you know, don't utilize animals for anything like that. But the idea is, it's not about like, you know, the eating. It's just about, you know, consuming animal products entirely, and just the idea that it's like, hey, look, if we use old school leather products in our if I'm wearing some really cool leather boots and everybody's asking, oh my god, where'd you get those leather boots? And she's like, oh, they're from this thing. It's just gonna increase in demand. Like if you advertise leather boots, there's like, you know, a 5% of those people that are watching it like, oh my god, I need that outfit. I'm gonna go out there and buy it. You're an influencer. 10K, I don't know, does that qualify for influencer? I'm not sure, but just the idea is like, you know, even if you use old leather goods, you're still gonna raise the demand for leather goods, because it's not like everybody's gonna be, if it's vintage, not everybody can go out there and buy that one item because it's over. So some fast fashion company is going to come over there and make some bootleg version of that vintage leather boot. But I'm starting to talk into it out of turn right now, but let's go ahead and look at the next top comment. If my browser can go. Okay, so next top comment. You're the antagonist. You were trying to sell your grandma's stuff and your sister actually wanted them for herself. So you did the petty act of posting it online to intentionally shame her. You weren't shaming her because she's a vegan wearing leather. You wanted to shame her because you wanted to make a profit off your grandma. Very true. And a reply to that is, I think it's really gross that OP's living with her grandma and just looting her stuff to sell online. I bet she isn't even paying rent. See, and you know what? That's more of a controversial comment, because now we're just making a stretch. We're just saying, like, I'm angry at her. Let's go ahead and throw some mud at her and let's, you know, like, criticize everything she's doing with her life and everything. So I don't really agree with that over there. But I mean, like I said, top comments are always good for good information. Controversial comments are just good for drama. So I like to listen to the controversial comments. But like I said, make sure you drop down your comments down below, because those also give me lots of time. Those are good for me to pass in the time as I'm furloughed. So top controversial comment is, I'm surprised that everyone's saying you're the antagonist. I think everyone sucks here. Your sister's lying about her lifestyle online to have followers. That's crappy. I don't think exposing her is crappy, but I think that you should have been open with your grandma about your intentions to sell her stuff. And I think they probably were open about the whole like selling stuff. That's what the update was about. But it's kind of bizarre that this person here has essentially the same outlook as I do with the whole situation with the, like, everyone sucks here. She's not a real vegan. You're just trying to profiteer off your grandma's closet. So, I mean, everybody sucks here. But this person's getting negative points because they have the same, you know, opinion as me. So I wonder how trashed I'm going to get in the comment section down below. But let's look over here. Next controversial comment is, I don't see an issue with selling the shoes. If your grandma isn't going to wear them, on some good should come out of it. Especially if you said you wanted them first. As for posting it on your page, you technically did ask, but you should have asked before posting. I don't know. I think everyone sucks here. Everybody does suck here. The whole situation's crappy. Like, everybody's fighting and everything. It's just a bad situation. It's very sad. Like, a big reoccurring theme in all of these Am I the Antagonist posts are just, someone's doing you a favor, you're getting something free, or something's like, you know, someone's going out of the way to be nice, and somehow this became a big problem. Like the one situation that we read earlier was, hey, a coworker got diagnosed with cancer, so like a lot of people out of solidarity wanted to shave their head, but then OP didn't want to shave his head, so then all of a sudden all the coworkers like, whoa, what's up with OP? He's not a team player. What a jerk. He doesn't want to shave his head. You might as well be slapping the coworker that has cancer in the face. And it's like, wait, we're trying to do something positive and someone's going through a hardship. How come you suddenly made this into a negative thing about somebody else? We're like, hey, look, we got grandma. She's housing us. She's taking care of us. And she's also letting us, you know, raid her closet because, you know, we're family. Now we're fighting over it. Now we're shaming each other online or whatever. So I guess the moral of the story for, you know, me earning my own decoy koi coin is just decoy koi coin. God, is why can't we just be nicer to each other? Why can't we just all like chill out? Maybe sometimes you'll be right, but sometimes it's not about being right. It's just about being the better person, being nice and being like, you know, family, because there's so much to be miserable about. But I mean, in the comment section, trash me. I don't care if you're mean to me. I have thick skin in that situation. So if you think I'm wrong for the whole like shaming not shaming the vegans, the vegans shaming the influencer about it, or her trying to sell the boots, whatever it may be, let me know in the comment section below how wrong you think I am, and or how bummy you think I look. Like, do I just need to just bite the bullet and shave and get a haircut while I'm like quarantine or whatever I need to do? But I mean, if you've made it to the end of the video, I want to thank you guys sincerely. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching the videos, thank you for everything you provided me, because I'm, you know, going through hard times. I'm furloughed, I'm at home, but I've had a good time making these videos, interacting with you. So if you're having a good time too, make sure you subscribe down below, you join that Decoy Core, and you stay tuned for the next episode of DecoyNoise.